So the Stretchy Wrap is our #1 pick for newborn carriers. It gives you the most ergonomic, comfy fit for your baby. It's the most kind of natural position, like your baby being in the womb basically. There's lots of different ways you can tie it. Lots of different techniques, lots of different positions. I'm just showing you my favourite way because it gets a pretty consistently good, nice snug tie. So the thing with any kind of wrap carrier is the safety and comfort really comes down to how well you tie it and how well you position your baby. So it's not like a buckle carrier where you put it on and then you put the baby in it and it just fits the way the carrier fits. So with a Stretchy Wrap, you're going to tie it and then you're going to fit your baby in it perfectly every time. Okay, so this is the basic tie with a Stretchy Wrap. So it's pretty quick to put on. Stretchy Wrap is quick to put on, particularly when you know how to do it. It only takes a couple of times to learn how to do it. Safety things with the Stretchy Wrap, you need to make sure it's snug. A wrap should be firm enough that you can twirl and your baby is secure. Okay, so that's one of the safety checks that you need to do with any carrier that you're wearing. The carrier has to hold your baby securely and firmly. It shouldn't need you just sort of standing here. You shouldn't feel the need to hold your baby. If you are, then your carrier is not firm enough. If you're bending, you do need to support your baby in any carrier if you're bending. So that's your first safety check, is the carrier firm enough that you're not going to drop your baby. #1. #2 safety check with a Stretchy Wrap and with any carrier is, can your baby breathe? Okay, so don't drop your baby and make sure they can breathe. You don't need all the long lists of carrying safety, acronyms and ticks and ABC and everything else. Just don't drop your baby and make sure they can breathe. That's all the other lists mean. So in terms of breathing in a Stretchy Wrap, we recommend that you don't cover your baby's head because they can't breathe. So you can support the back of the head if you want to, and then on this side we recommend you just do a little shoulder flip like this so that your baby has got plenty of airflow on the other side. Make sure all the layers are over your baby, and then it really comes down to comfort and ergonomics, not safety. So making sure that your baby's tailbone is low, their knees are up high, and they're well supported in the wrap. Ta-da! So that is your Boba Stretchy Wrap. So if you have any specific questions about that, let me know. You can use a...
We do have one.
Yes?
Question, what weight will it hold?
Okay, so Boba Wrap can be used from newborn. If it's a real little preem baby, then, we would advise you to see a baby wearing consultant or check with your doctor. These have a 16 kilo weight limit, which is at least a 2-year-old. In fact, I think my youngest was probably only 16 kilos when he started school. So weight-wise, you'll get a lot of use out of it. It's common for people to use a Stretchy Wrap for maybe sort of 6 to 9 months, and then when their baby's getting really wriggly, a lot of people at that point, they will feel safer with a buckle carrier or something without the stretch. But you can keep using it as long as you feel it's secure and as long as it's comfy for both of you. Now we'll just show you a couple of other sorts of Stretchy Wraps. We did have a question on the event about the difference between 1 and 2-way stretch. So you'll see with my Boba Wrap, it's got elastane or lycra in it. It stretches around me and around baby, so you can tie it really tight and still stretch it to get baby in. So it stretches this way and around. This is a 1-way stretch, which is a much more basic fabric, and a 1-way stretch has no stretch long ways. So in terms of tying it around you, there's no give in it this way, so you have to tie it firm enough that it'll hold your baby, but you still need to fit your baby in. So that's difficult. The 1-way stretch only stretches this way, which is the less helpful way that it stretches. So our advice is to always choose a 2-way Stretchy Wrap. So that's a Boba JP, MBB, and a couple of other brands. But this one is our favourite, and the JP, MBB are amazing.
You have a question. Do you have the baby's legs out like you have now with a newborn?
Yes, you do. So when you get your Boba Wrap, for really tiny babies, the Boba Wrap instructions currently say to put the legs in, but they are just about to issue new instructions because all baby wearing consultants around the world now will recommend that you put the legs out from birth. They can be narrow, and they might, with a tiny baby, they'll probably be quite squished up like this. The knees will be up high, sticking into your nice squishy after pregnant belly. So it's not, well, actually mine is still squishy 8 years later, never mind. So yes, we recommend for safety reasons that you have your baby's legs outside of the X, up nice and high like this, and then you can tuck this cross pass over the top. But this means that there's no pressure on your baby's feet, and you're only opening their hips as wide as they're comfortable. So when you're changing your baby's nappy and they're lying on the back, you'll see they kind of naturally open their hips into a little kind of froggy position. That's pretty much what you're replicating here.